It's all about
All
the blood.
Let's go. Let's go. And the molecules, that spin. Remember we were talking about the blood thing? I was asking about the blood thing, the spin on the blood. And if your blood doesn't have your like the elements properly balanced, it's gonna spin negative backwards. And you feel me? So that's what we want to elaborate a little more on. That's remember we were talking earlier. That's what I want to talk about with these people, with the family. You know what I mean? Let them know what's
Well,
going on with the spin in the blood and balancing our stuff out so that we can align with this vortex energy and not end up being devoured by Leviathan.
right,
you know?
right.
You
Well,
know what I'm saying?
well, you're right. And basically what you're talking about is all just about vibration and rotation. Everything
Yes.
rotates and everything vibrates at a certain speed. And so your red blood cells, what they have in them is they have these groups in them called heme. And these four heme molecules come into a certain configuration. And when that configuration is right, it has the same rotational energy as the sun. That's what they're trying to teach you in Jainism with the original swastika. If you look at
Yes.
how it is shaped and they show you fire, water, air, and earth, that's the elements that are within us. And that is how your heme groups and your align in your red blood cell when it's on the right rotation. And if you look at that, it's supposed to spin. See, they have us looking at stuff in 2D, but when we made sigils and stuff, they were meant to rotate, to move, to integrate, okay? So if you think about that swastika and you rotate it like this, that is how your heme group is rotating in your red blood cell, and that is also a symbol for literally the sun, because our red blood cells are linked to the energy of the sun.
Sid, so hold on. So let's make it clear to everyone. Everyone, the swastika is literally the shape that your heme makes when it's in its proper spin and
Right.
configuration.
When it's in its proper configuration, that is the way that it looks on the plane. You know, if you were looking at a plane, you would see those groups sticking out just like that. And then with an iron group would be on the end. And that's the little bend that you see. So if you really look at those molecular models and stuff, you can kind of visualize it. I wish I had the video, because there's a good video of it on YouTube. I'll probably post the link in this afterwards that you can go and watch that. You're going to see, like, they're going to tell you, like, it represents the sun, and then you're going to see it, like, spin, and then it's going to all make sense to you what I'm saying right now.
Yeah,
it has to spin. It has to spin. If it's rigid, what you have to understand about, like, cells and electrons and stuff like that, they have a relaxed form and they have a tense form, okay? So relaxed means that's when it's in its proper configuration and it's at its most high energy. And tense is when it's not really going to be active. You understand? So you want your heme stress. Right, stress. So you want it in its relaxed form. So that's what's going to be important to this shift, is really getting your alkalinity up, because the more alkaline you are, the faster your electrons can rotate. Okay, you have to cut that.
And it's electric.
Fat, right. It's all symmetry, y'all. You have to think about it. Animal fat. They call steric hindrance. They're stiff. They stiffen. They literally stiffen your bilayer of your cell and makes it stiff. It makes it rigid. So it can't rotate. It can't interact. It can't interchange cells. It's not valuable at all. So it's like, as you know, and you know, everybody got to take baby steps. You understand? But as you cut more of that stuff back, you will see your energy will pick up, because we power up off of the sun. We do not need animal fats. We don't need no intermediary. We don't need any excess proteins other than what we can get from the natural plants from the earth. And when you start putting all of those fats into your body, it's literally coating your cells with this stuff that's making your cells, incorporating into your cells those fats that make your cell less rigid. I mean, make it more rigid, more tense, you see, and then clogged up.
All right. That's beautiful. I don't mean to cut you, Empress, but my
No,
mind just has,
go ahead. I know I'll be
because
rambling.
this, I don't want to forget this. Okay. So when the NAZIs took the swastika and reversed it and then put it on that weird angle, that was them
Reprogram
showing us this, like what they're doing to us right now. Like everything they're doing with the,
right. See, what you have to understand about sigils in our brain, it reprograms us if you look at it long enough, okay? It will send a code to your DNA to do something, or your DEA to do something. This is real, okay? So when he bent that, that sent the code to your red blood cells to bend the wrong way. You understand? When you looking at that, you visualizing that, you taking that into your mind, and then it's reprogramming how your DEA tells your body to function. So it was a real hit, you know. He bent it on a 45-degree angle. Ooh. And that, if you think about that, 45 degrees, 90 degrees is best rotation, 45 is half of that. Okay, so I'm just giving you like the metaphysics. It's all in the angle. You want 90 degrees. You want the number 9. He bent it in half. You understand? 45 degrees is half of 90. Okay.
9.
Exactly. We the number 9. We are the 9.
The 9.
That's the perfect number. 9 ether.
Amazing. So okay. So the boy them literally take the sigil, saying which is 3D coded. It's even 4th dimensional.
It's 4th dimensional. It spins. Like if you take a swastika and you draw it on a paper, you spin it, you're gonna see it's gonna look like the rays of the sun.
And
your red blood cell and them heme groups in your red blood cell.
And it's gonna form, like in my mind, I keep picturing a tesseract, like a 4th dimensional cube.
Yeah, you will see it. Like I'm gonna put that video in here, so
yeah. I can picture, like I can literally visualize it. Guys, remember,
it's like the legs on it or whatever. You know, they form them spokes, and then if you just turn it, you're gonna see you're gonna see it.
Yes, I can visualize it. And remember, guys, like part of our training here is to be able to visualize our thoughts, because remember, the NPCs and the robots can't do that. Yeah. Like you see how we can picture the images in our mind, decalcify the third eye, open it up, so you can literally picture what we're talking about or anything anyone's talking about. You can walk through it and actually live it in a construct in your own mind before you even experience it out here.
You got to open up your inner creativity again. You got to go back to your inner child. You got to release your ego and go back to how you used to imagine yourself before anybody polluted your mind with you could not do, or something was imaginary or impossible, because anything that your mind can think of is reality. It is a reality.
Yes.
And all you're doing when you create something is reaching from a higher